Hello, people. Woo. It's about to go down. This is about to be a very tough show for me and my co-host. I already got my military hat on, Billy. I'm ready for war, baby. I'm ready for war in this episode. Let me go ahead and introduce you first before I start acting stupid, man.
Let's go behind enemy lines now.
We're going behind enemy lines today. I got my military hat on today. I'm your host, Chi-Town Neal. This the show, Tell the Truth, and to my left is my boy, my buddy. Man, he got so many names. When he gambling, he goes by Billy Whoop Whoop. Yeah, when he cooking, man, I call him Uncle Bill. He a beast. He a beast on the cooking, on the grill, man. But when we in the studio, I call him BTB. What's that for?
Bowtie Bill.
Doggy, let's get this phone. Let's get this show popping. Let's go on, Bill. Let's go
roll
on,
it, baby.
Bill.
Let's
Let's
roll
get it popping, baby. Anyway, we want to definitely tell everybody, man, we want to thank these boys again. Up here in North Dallas, man. We at the Maximize Your Potential studio, man. So we want to tell these boys, thanks for the. Before we get down to the business of this show, man, let's first handle the business. BTB, come on, tell the people what we need them to do, baby.
Man, we need for you to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Tell your family members and your friends. Like I said once before, even tell your haters.
Don't forget the haters.
Even tell your haters. Send it to additional threads that you're on. You know, we're looking to get it started.
All right, Billy. So, it's playoff time. We live in Dallas.
Yes, sir. Football country.
Football country it is. So before we even tackle this show today, man,
What's on your mind?
I've been accused of being a super duper Cowboy hater. And it's all facts. Yeah, I'm a hater. So what? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to surprise you, Billy. I got a surprise. I did not get this okay with you. Billy does not know I'm about to say this is honest to God truth. I'm waiting to get this show started. Billy, if the Cowboys win this week.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm listening.
We're going to bring on a Dallas Cowboy fan next week.
It's a lot of them now. It's a lot of them.
We're going to let them come up here and hoop and holler and act a fool. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. I know I did not give you I didn't even ask you, but I got a couple of guys in mind. I know they want to come. They've been watching the podcast. I was at the cigar shop Sunday night. They're like, man, Neal, y'all going to talk about the Cowboys this Sunday? They like the last podcast we had Calvin, with Dallas Cowboys reporter. So we're going to get one, maybe two. We can't
two. I think two would really it'll go off.
Okay.
Two Cowboy fans that don't know each other.
Right, that don't know each other. So I'm going to bring one.
Right.
And you're going to bring one.
All
right. And
okay.
we're going to give them a gift basket like we do people and stuff.
Right.
So if the Cowboys win, I'm going to look right in this camera. If the Cowboys win this week, y'all 7-point favorites. Okay? Y'all ain't got to cover. Okay? Don't even got to cover if y'all win. Straight up. If y'all win, we're going to allow 2 Cowboy fans to hit next week. Lord, mother of Jesus.
Let's do it, man.
Hey, man.
Let's do it.
I think we're going to have to get a drink deal. Get this. Come on, let's get a drink, dog.
2 Cowboy fans in the house.
2 Cowboy fans.
I need a drink.
Let's get a drink. Lord have mercy. God, I need a drink. Lord, God damn it. Oh, Lord, you got me cussing on there. Oh, God, no. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Let me get me oh, Lord. Oh, I need a drink. Woo. Come on, pray for me. Come on, pray for me. Oh, Lord. Billy, get you a sippity sip, man. We're going, oh, Lord, we got to drink away our pains here. Because them doggone Cowboys looking pretty good, Billy. Put the cap on it if you don't mind, my brother. Let's get to it, man. We're going to break down football. This what this show is about. It's called Tell the Truth. My brother, give me a toast.
A toast right there. Playoff football.
Now, we ain't going to talk about how the Cowboys got the second seed because we touch on that. We come off as haters down here in Dallas. We're just going to leave that Detroit game alone. But they got the second seed. Congratulations, Cowboys. And even without the Detroit game, let me just get serious. They would have won the division anyway because Philadelphia looked like hot trash down the track.
As one of my boys said from old clip, implosion.
Dude, I'm going to tell you this, man. There's a couple of teams I don't know what happened, but we'll talk about the other two teams that's on my mind on the
Okay.
other podcast. They're in the AFC. This is about the NFC breakdown. But I don't know what happened, but I do know this. Before we get into the playoff picture, did you hear what your boy Jerry said?
What did he say?
Man, we had Calvin on the podcast last week.
Yes.
He was like, oh, they don't never fire no coaches. We got more than 2 years left on the contract. See, that's why he's a reporter. I'm a guru. He don't know nothing. He don't know nothing, Billy. I know everything. Try to tell that boy, I'm the guru. I'm the guru. I know everything.
What'd you say? He's a Steelers fan reporter for the Cowboys?
Yeah, he's still a fan reporter for the Cowboys. Man, you don't know nothing. Oh, God. Man, anyway.
Just kidding, Calvin. Just kidding, man.
Just kidding, Calvin. You know we love you, man. We know we love you, man. But, man, for real, I told Calvin if they did not make the NFC Championship game, his ass is gone. Excuse my language. Calvin said, oh, they usually don't get rid of teams. Y'all don't go see the other podcast. Look at Calvin Watkins. You hear his breakdown on it. But then there was some things after I watched that video about, interviewed 3 or 4 times. I try to watch stuff to see what I can get better at. I'm sorry. Love you, Calvin, but there's some things you said I felt was contradicting. You said they won't get rid of the guy after 2 years while I'm left on his contract. But in that same interview, he also said that Cowboy fans are tired of not going to the Super Bowl. Something got to give, Bill.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. Cowboy fan, the ones that's truly die hard, they tired of hearing about how they ain't won nothing in 27 years.
Right.
And the last thing they want is a hater like me just to be key, and they ready for guys like me to shut the heck up. And I understand it. And then they win a Super Bowl, I let them boys get their laugh on, all in good fun. You know what I mean? We just having fun. But they tired of it. And I think if they don't make it to the NFC Championship game, I think his butt is gone. So what Jerry said, this is what Jerry said. After the Washington game, they said, hey, man, I don't know who asked the question, how it came about, but they basically, somebody asked him something about McCarthy. And Jerry didn't say, no, we're looking good. You know what Jerry said?
What?
Jerry said, we will be evaluating something along this word, McCarthy, by each playoff game.
We're going to see how each playoff game goes.
Yeah, that's what he said. That don't sound too, that don't sound like a data boy to me. So maybe I'm overreacting.
A vote of confidence?
That ain't a vote of confidence. That's kicking
At
ass.
all, Doc.
What was your view when you heard that? I was like, wait a minute. Calvin just said he's supposed to be all right. What's going on? What you think, man?
Man, I heard some Cowboys fans say that's what he's supposed to say.
Okay.
My take is that's the wrong thing to say.
I agree.
He should have said something in the line, I'm not Jerry Jones, I'm not in the building. I would have said,
Okay.
you know what? We're gonna look toward his contract after the season.
Yeah. That's
Right?
Political answer. Come see me out the season. Yeah.
Exactly, right? Mm-hmm. And then we go from there.
Agree. But that ain't what he said.
That's not what he said. We're gonna see how each playoff game goes.
So that almost sounds like I said, we both agree. If he won and done, he definitely gone. You agree with me on that?
Yes.
All right. So if he don't beat Green Bay, he gone. Okay? So, excuse me. Let's say he gets to the second round, and that's the point I tried to make to Calvin last week. Make it to the second round and don't make it to the NFC Championship game. I think he gone. I think the only way he's going to keep his job, he got to be NFC, make it to the NFC Championship game. That's just my opinion.
Right. Here's what I would say, okay? And this is my take.
All right.
Dak Prescott had his best year ever as a Cowboys quarterback in 8 years. Right? So how can you let go of a coach who gave Dak his best year ever?
Yeah. I ain't going to say one better year. Yeah, but I see
think
what you're going.
This is the best year ever. This is the first time that this is the first time since 1973 that a Cowboy quarterback has led the league in touchdowns.
Okay.
Roger Staubach did it in 1973.
Man, how many touchdown passes Dak got this year?
36.
No, wasn't we?
No, total 30. No, there are 36 touchdown passes.
So wasn't we
Or total. I think it's total. I
About
believe
30
it's
something.
total.
I got
36.
you. But wasn't we the same two guys on one of the first shows we did on this podcast? And everybody wants to say we Cowboy haters. No, we just tell the truth. And if y'all don't like the truth, then I don't know what to tell you. We give Cowboys compliments. When they played Detroit, you picked them to lose. I said they was going to win. Mm-hmm. Don't sound like a hater to me. I just call it how it is. And also, when I first got on here, and I've been arguing with Cowboy fans for 2 years at Cigar Shop. Last year when he had all those interceptions, I kept telling everybody, Dak ain't the problem. You got on here, when I first or second episodes we ever did, you said the same thing, Dak ain't the problem. Mm-hmm. So we just call it how we see it. And now everybody talking about, oh, my God, Dak might be MVP. But we the haters, and we don't know what we're looking at. Mm-hmm. We call it how I see it, and truth be told, you might not like it. I'm sorry. I might lose bet, I might bet emotional, acting stupid. But once I get on this mic, I take this platform serious.
Exactly.
So 80% of the things we say up in here, guess what? We actually be right.
Right. You know, as a matter of fact, CeeDee Lamb, right, after the San Francisco game, he went and knocked on Mike McCarthy's door. That's when he began to, what I said in the last podcast that we had, was doing formation variation. He was the XYZ receiver, as well as getting the ball out of the backfield. Mm-hmm. They started utilizing CeeDee Lamb more. Now he ranked number one since that San Francisco game of all receivers. Yards, catches, touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
give the Cowboys some more flowers. I was what I really saw that last game made me be like, Pollard looked pretty doggone good that last game. He was hitting the ball. He wasn't looking like last year, Pollard. But he was looking, and I know Washington might have been trying to lay it down. Still, though, I saw a little.
It was Washington.
I'm not saying because
I'm just talking. I'm looking at the run reverber at 12:01 a.m.
God dog it. What I'm trying to say
is like when you go to jail, they let you out of jail at 12:01. That's considered a day.
See, we can't do this. We can't joke about it. Now it's like we hating. But anyway, I think that he did look a little bit more explosive than he did early in the season, which could be very beneficial, but he's still, I think, a little too light in the butt. I think they did a battering ram on the goal line. But my whole thing, what I wanted to bring over to you was that I just didn't think that this was the right time for Jerry to say that, man. Now, I'm going to ask you, and we don't know, but trust me, we have our way. And we got Calvin, we got sources. And a lot of times we would not bring people's names up if we, But I'm going to ask you, do you think that puts any possible more pressure on the Cowboys?
Yes, it does.
And why do you think that? Because I thought the same thing. Like, Jerry, why would you even say that?
Right.
But what's your opinion on it?
Because now Mike McCarthy was aggressive on fourth down calls. Is he going to make that fourth down call?
I was thinking the same thing. He might not go for it now.
He may not go for that fourth down play.
Assholes might be tight.
Right? Right?
Yep.
He may kick. Now he may punt it.
Because you got Jerry in the back of your head now. Mm-hmm. I was thinking the same thing. Like, man, this is horrible timing, but this is what y'all do. I hope to be wrong because I don't want to hear nothing about we hating. I actually want the Cowboys to win for selfish reasons. I would love to get 2 Cowboy fans up here next week. But we about to break down the NFC playoffs.
Okay.
And, I'm going to ask you this, Billy. The Cowboys got second seed. And I'm sorry. This year, if you just look at the layout, look at the layout, Purdy is still to me like a rookie, if you ask me. So, okay. Jalen has been to the Super Bowl. Okay?
I'm walking with you.
All right.
I'm walking with you.
Love is a rookie.
That's balling.
Okay. Stafford has been to the Super Bowl. Okay. Golf. Okay. Matter of fact, he's been to the Super Bowl. And
Carson Wentz won that game, though, but yes.
But the Cowboys got the second seed.
Okay.
So where am I going with this? I think out of all the years, besides that 1 year when the Cowboys was the number 1 seed and they lost to
Green Bay.
They lost to the Giants. They lost to the Giants. Okay. That's the year the Giants went there and beat New England. Cowboys, I think, was our number 1 seed, and that's that year T.O. was like, that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. And I ain't trying to joke, I'm just saying.
Okay.
My point why I'm bringing all that up is I think this is the best The Cowboys have been lined up since I've been living down here since 2003. Cowboy fans, if y'all behind don't go to the Super Bowl this year, I'm not going to ever shut up. I swear to God, this thing is set up perfect. Now, I know y'all might say, what about San Fran? What about San Fran? San Fran could lose to the Rams, and y'all might have the NFC Championship game at home. My point is that you are guaranteed at least two games to be at home.
Right, so.
And let me just say this last thing.
Okay, go ahead.
So out of all those quarterbacks, the reason why I broke all their little resumes down, Dak got the most pressure. He has to at least, out of all those quarterbacks, at least get to the NFC Championship game. Because all them other quarterbacks, besides, what's the name? Love, he's a rookie, have been to at least the Super Bowl. Forget the NFC Championship game. So he has to at least make it to the NFC Championship game. Because all the rest of them quarterbacks have at least been to the Super Bowl. They
Except Jordan Love.
And Love is what? True. I look at him as a rookie, man. This is his first year starting. But anyway, your take on how much pressure is on Dak, how much confidence you think the Cowboys come out the NFC, your breakdown, man.
Okay, if the Rams beat Detroit, which I don't think they are, it's a possibility. Let's say the Rams beat Detroit.
That would help the Cowboys drastically.
Right? The Rams is the 6th seed and the Eagles are the 5th seed.
Mm-hmm.
That means the Rams will go to the San Francisco and the Eagles will go to the Cowboys.
That's true.
Right? So
the way the Eagles playing right now, I don't know, man. I don't think the Eagles going to get past Tampa Bay. We're going to break down that game in a minute. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. Okay. So Cowboys beat Green Bay. Cowboys beat the Eagles. I believe San Francisco going to beat the Rams. So it'll be a showdown again in San Francisco on the West Coast.
Right.
And I think and Dallas just ain't a good road team.
No, I got you. We breaking down the play. I'm asking you just zooming out for a minute, and I do agree with that statement about Dak. Is this a lot of pressure you feel on Dak this year because you got the 2nd seed, and all other quarterbacks have been there, done that. Of course, they all got to win, but I just think there's more pressure on Dak.
Dak has the most pressure in the NFC. Yes.
Right, in the NFC. In the NFC,
he has the most pressure. Yes,
agreed. And that's why I'm going with it. So to break down the picture of the NFC, we're gonna come back to the Cowboys. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have to go beat up on these Eagles. I know Cowboy fans gonna love this. Billy.
Coaching is everything, man.
Who been saying that?
Coaching is everything.
Who been saying that?
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
You said that coaching was 66%. I said coaching is 75%. Right. 75%. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about the AFC on another podcast, but you got the Cleveland Browns that went through the playoff with 4 quarterbacks. Y'all went to the playoff with 3 quarterbacks. I said, I get close to the Steelers.
I got to have a cocktail. Hey, can we drink to that? Can we toast to that?
I mean, hey, we got to. Mm-hmm. Steelers go to the playoffs. I know Cowboy fans don't want to hear that because y'all been rivals since the 70s. But I'm just talking about coaching right now. Man, y'all had 3 quarterbacks this year, went to the playoff. Coaching to me means a lot. So anyway, I know you're saying a lot of it's coaching with Philly, but man, I think a lot of it also is they've lost a lot of starters on defense. But I'm going to let you finish breaking down Philly. Go ahead.
Yes. Matt Patricia is calling the defensive plays. That means the first year D coordinator stopped calling plays. Right? Took away his calling duties. And the offense coordinator, he just want Jalen Hurts to be Superman.
And he throwing a lot of
play calling.
And he throwing a lot of interceptions like Dak last year.
Man, yes, he doesn't look good as well because they really don't have no offensive scheme or identity.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I see is that it's one of my buddies that be at this cigar shop. I call him G Money. I got 2 G Moneys, one in Arizona and one here in Dallas.
Okay,
and he's a diehard Cowboy fan. And he's always reminding me that Philadelphia lost both their offense and defensive coordinator.
Correct.
And I'm like, man, good point. But I understand they lost them, but they just. Everyone wants to talk about the offense. The offense did not look good in the last game against the Giants. I don't feel like the offense has been the problem this year. I feel like it's been the deep. Go back and look at some of them Philadelphia scores, bro. Like the only team they held under 20 was KC, and KC had the problem scoring against almost everybody. Go back and look. Like they won that Buffalo game. But the score, remember, it was in the range, 41-39, and they've given up a lot. They lost to Arizona. Can't blame the offense. Much as people want to blame Hurts, they scored 30-something points, but they gave up 30-something points. Their defense has been trash this year. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I think it's more because they lost so many good players that started to free agency. Hell, we got their middle linebacker, T.J. Edwards, not Edmonds, but Edwards, and he's balled for the Bears this year. So I think that's got a lot to do with it.
And Hargrave is in San Francisco. They used to be with the Eagles.
Exactly. So now I do say that to me, out of the 3 wild card games this week, we're gonna get the screen up in a minute so that y'all see and everything. I would say out of the 3 wild card games, the one that's like the most intriguing to me is, and it's so unfair to my boy, I think the most intriguing one to me, believe it or not, in NFC, I think it is Detroit versus the Rams. And that's because I'm petty. You know why it's intriguing to me, Billy?
Why is that?
Because you got 2 quarterbacks that got traded for each other, about to play each other. And I wouldn't really care that much if that game was in L.A., but the game is in Detroit. I'm a Midwest boy. They ain't had a playoff home game in like 30 years. Ain't this a night game? You going to get Detroit on a Saturday night? A chance to drink all night? They going to have that place rocking. 7 o'clock. I'm not saying they're going to win. It's going to be rowdy. And then you got Mr. Stafford coming in to your building. Time to start breaking down the games. Billy, let's break this one down first, man.
Go ahead.
What you think, man? Detroit and the Rams. I think Detroit favored by 3.5. I got to look at the line right quick. What's your breakdown? Let me pull the computer while you talking.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Detroit is favored, I believe. It's a home game for them. I just believe in Matthew Stafford. I believe in Nakua, Cooper Kupp, and Kyron Williams, the running back. And Matthew Stafford been there. They done found their stride.
Detroit favored by 3, over under 51. I got it up there right now.
Right.
So I had to pull it up real quick. I'm a Midwest boy. I'm cheering for Detroit. Matthew Stafford, though, and them little wide receivers, they've been playing some good ball. Old Coop and the other little boy, number 17, where they got this dude. I think they got him from BYU. But he's been playing some good ball, man, for real. And also, another thing that people are sleeping on, all of a sudden, the Rams are also found them a good young running back, Williams, number 23. People sleeping on that boy. So they got a good young running back, Williams, number 23. They got a good little young wide receiver, 17. And you got Kupp. So it's going to be interesting. I do think there's going to be a lot of points scored. I do think just because the game is Detroit's first home game, I think it's going to be so emotional in that thing. Going to be rocking in that place. And I said this back, in late October. I said, there's 2 teams I told you come see me in December.
Right.
And Detroit was one of them, and the other one was Baltimore. And I just think Detroit at home, that's going to be tough. But I would not be surprised if the Rams won. Not at all.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I would not. Do you think Detroit would cover the 3? I've been putting you on the spot this show. I got Dallas Cowboys fans coming next week. I'm telling
you. Detroit has a great running game, with the Wiz and Jahmyr Gibbs, right? So will they cover? I'm going with the Rams. No.
So you think they win by less than? But you think they win by less than 3, or you think the Rams gonna win the game?
The Rams gonna win the game outright.
Oh, okay. So I got Detroit, and you think the Rams gonna win outright? Why you think that?
Because it's playoff basketball. I'm sorry.
You good?
It's playoff football.
Got you.
The Rams have been there, and they have hit their stride right now. Detroit is playing very, very good football. I just don't trust Detroit.
Man,
Dan Campbell, right? He was so mad that he went for 2, 3 times because he was mad at the referee. He gave Mike McCarthy a hall pass, man. On managing football.
Yeah, he definitely give him a hall pass. I think I got this funny feeling that he gonna tone some of that down in the playoff. I guarantee you. He gonna tone some of that down. He gonna still go for it. He might do some trick plays, but I think if that's a playoff game, that game like in Dallas, if it's a playoff game, I think his behind gonna go for it. I think he gonna calm a lot of that down. I really do.
We'll
That's
see.
just my opinion. Yeah, you're right. 'Cause
We'll
my man for the Chargers, he didn't calm that down last year when they played Jacksonville, and they was up 28-3, and that's how the Chargers wound up losing because he didn't tone that down, kept going for it and doing a bunch of wild stuff. You know what I mean? So you just never know. He might not tone it down, but I got the Rams. Okay, my boy. You got I got Detroit. You got the Rams.
Yes.
All right, so moving on to the next one. Tampa Bay.
And the Eagles, right? So, man.
I don't know who's going to win this game, bro. But I got him. I feel confident.
Buccaneers, man, Baker Mayfield has barbecue ribs. Okay?
Oh, man.
He got barbecue ribs, man. That's why they only had 179
We
yards.
got a Billyism. Barbecue ribs.
It's barbecue ribs.
Yeah.
They only had 179 yards against Carolina, the worst team in football. They didn't even score a touchdown.
Did he finish that game?
Yes.
Oh, so he went on and played the whole game?
He played the whole game.
I thought they were going to rest him, but they had to win that game to win the division.
They had to win the game to win the division and get in.
See, I'm going to tell you, the fact that he's hurt, that might give that definitely gives Philly a better chance. Last time I checked, they favored by 3. I'm going to put the camera here. I'm going to check. I'm going to see what the line is.
And they played them in I believe it was week 5 when they played Buccaneers, and they just beat them down. But that was a different Phillies team, too.
All right, line 3, Philly favorite. You know what's so funny? I did not know he was hurt. I came on the podcast, and my answer was going to be like, Philly's one and done. But the fact that Baker Mayfield is hurt,
ribs,
that changes everything drastically for me. Because that means how effective will he be able to take care of a Philadelphia secondary that I think is just trash. They got Granberry, number 24. He's horrible. So, But because he's not healthy, then he might not be able to take advantage of it. So, that right there changes everything for me. Baker Mayfield hurt. I'm going to have to go with Philly. What you think?
Philly?
Yeah. I promise you. I already said cigar shop. Oh, Philly's one and done. They look horrible. But if Baker Mayfield is hurt, then
right. And so let's say your prediction works out that Detroit wins, Philly wins. Mm-hmm. Detroit goes to Dallas. Philly goes to San Francisco.
I don't think Dallas can beat Detroit twice. I really don't. But they're gonna say I'm hating. I don't care. I don't see it.
Right.
I think if anything, that game ain't do nothing but just piss Detroit off even more.
Yes.
I think that probably out of all the teams besides San Fran, that might be the one that Dallas might want to stay away from. And I picked Dallas to win that game. And Detroit then brought their butt down here 2 years in a row and lost 2 good games. Now, the one last year kind of got away from them because the guy fumbled on the yard line. Cowboy fans, I know they feel real confident about they can beat Detroit. But let's just keep it 100. If I walked up to 10 Cowboy fans right now and say, at home, who would you rather play? Philly or Detroit?
10 out of 10 would be Philly.
Yeah. That's how crazy life is. Mm-hmm. 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, everybody would have said Philly. Right now, I don't think they want to play Detroit. I don't care. The game is in Dallas. I think they better go ahead and hope that Philly win that game and Rams, well, however can match up for them. Because so basically, if Detroit wins, it doesn't matter. Cowboys got to play them.
Provide that
they get past Green Bay. So that's the next game we got to talk about.
Let's do it.
Who gonna win, Green Bay or the Packers?
I'm going for the Packers.
I didn't say who you cheering for. I said the line. We ain't talking about the line. I asked you who gonna win the game.
Why you put me on the spot like that, man?
Because you got to tell the truth. 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 We'll be moving on up. All right, anyway.
Let me say this. I believe Dallas going to win that game.
There you go.
Honestly.
Did it hurt you to say it?
Man, yes, you know it did. But one thing I would never say, I would never say they're going to the NFC Championship game.
I don't think so either. But go ahead. We got that next week.
Yeah.
Why we going to let
we'll discuss that.
That's why if they win
believe
this
the Cowboys
week.
will win. Green Bay, the Packers are freaking scary. Young team.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay did not have their number one wide receiver, and their second best receiver didn't even catch a ball, and yet Jordan Love threw for 356 yards.
And Cowboy fans, y'all can say what y'all want. Our defense is definitely better than y'all's. Y'all, I know they're gonna be talking. We got Michael
Ranked
Parsons.
number 3. Y'all,
We got Michael
last 8
Parsons.
games,
Okay.
y'all ranked number 3 in run defense.
And they gonna be like, we got Michael Parsons. Like, dude, stop. Just stop, man. No. Y'all got Michael Parsons. Don't get me wrong. You're good and all that. Once we got, and I've been telling Cowboy fans this all year, we got a very good secondary, but we don't have no pass rush. Once we got Sweat, the last 8 games, number 1. Okay? We have not given up more than 80 yards rushing all year.
Number 3, run defense.
Man, that dude came and ran all over our ass last week. I get Jones and Dillon. Oh, it was Jones.
Jones.
Bust our heads for 110. If you think he can run on us for 110, and if they commit to the run and he looking fresh coming off injuries, I think it's a very bad matchup. I really do. I'm going to go ahead and say the Cowboys will win the game. The reason why I think the Cowboys will win the game, though, because I don't like messing with quarterbacks when it's their first time playing in the playoff game. That's like a little nugget I keep to myself when I gamble. If it's their first time playing in the playoff, I don't bet on them. I don't, can't trust them. Lights might be too bright, how you say, Uncle Bill.
Yep.
And this will be Love's first time playing in a playoff game. But I tell you this, I do think Green Bay going to cover. I do think they're going to cover. Do I think the Cowboys going to win? I think the Cowboys will win because this is Love's first game. And I think Love will come out a little shaky.
But he always come out shaky. And then the second half, he picks it up for whatever reason.
You can't do this against Dallas and Dallas.
I'm just saying.
You can't do it.
I'm just saying.
Dallas will jump on your ass so quick.
Empirical data. Every time the second half, Jordan Love balls out.
Yeah, that's true. But if he fall too far behind, it ain't gonna make a difference. Because you gotta remember, this game is in Dallas, and if Dallas get out on your behind 10-0, see, don't be calling them front runners. If Dallas get out on your behind like 10-0, 14-0, and that crowd get to hooping and hollering, and who they get to talk about the Cowboys and who they and all whatever stuff they be saying, they get to jumping up and down, and the cowgirls are going at they get them down by 12. And that crowd get to hooping and hollering. I ain't gonna lie. It might get tough for Love, So the key to me for the Cowboys is this, Cowboy fans. Here's your nuggets for y'all to win. All right? Can't give up more than 100 yards to your boy Jones, who kicked our butt last week. And I know y'all think y'all defense is better, but look at the stats. We have the number 1 run defense in the league. That's the truth. What about your Bears, Neal? We got horrible coaching and not good quarterback, all that type of stuff. Can't argue with the fact we got the number 1 run defense, okay? Can't let the boy run on you. Number 2, I think y'all need to score first. I think they better score first because if you go and look at Jordan Love's last 7 games, he's averaging 27 points a game. Them boys, I think they're like 5-2 or 6-2 in their last 8 games. Now,
his last 8 games, he's 18 touchdowns, 1 interception. Second in the league in touchdown throws behind Dak.
When I saw that match, I felt like it would have been a better matchup if the Cowboys played the Rams. I really did. And when I saw them play Green Bay, I was like, and I went to the guard shot, like, we got that game. I was like, I'm not going to say nothing because if I give them constructive criticism, they just won the NFC East. They're going to say I'm hating, so I'm let them have their night. I got my podcast. I talk my truth then, okay?
Right.
The only reason why I think they will win because Jordan Love, first time playing in the playoff game. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, your ass better be up by more than 7 at halftime.
Yes.
Remember I told y'all that. Your asses better be up by more than 7 at halftime because at that time, them nerves going to calm down. So you better be up by more than 7 at halftime. If you ain't up by more than 7 at halftime, that game can go 50-50 in the second half. They better be up. So that's my nugget for you Cowboy fans. The only thing that can change me being totally wrong, keep in mind, I be right on this podcast. I'm acting out, still out in the cigar bar, just having fun. I take this, platform serious. If you guys are +2 on turnovers, then you can never predict turnovers, Bill. Then you guys will probably kick their behinds. But I'm just saying, if you only +1 or even on the turnovers, y'all got 1, they got 1, you better be up by more than 7. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a very close-up look at Love. And Cowboy fans gonna joke about this. Y'all the Bears. Okay, whatever. All right. Just number 4 defense in the last last 7-8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I got a very good look at Love last week. The future of the Bears, we'll talk about that another day. We are in trouble. Green Bay has got it right again. And it hurts me to say that. As a Bears fan.
I understand.
They got that shit right again. Excuse my language. That son of a gun look good. And earlier this year, everybody like, Love is looking shaky. And I keep telling everybody, I don't judge none of these young quarterbacks after they play at least 25 games. That's my rule. You don't have to have that rule. That's me. That son of a gun, last 7-8 games, then things start slowing down to him. I'm telling y'all right now, I saw the boy dropping back, Billy, looking to the right, pop, looking off the safety. Okay, that means you know the playbook. That means he trusts his offensive line. He has pocket presence. I'm telling y'all. Now, I'm not saying Parson won't have him running for his life. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is this. If y'all give his ass time, don't be surprised you take that L. That quarterback, Love, I'm trying to think. In the last 7 weeks, and we played Flacco. We played Flacco in Cleveland. Last 7-8 games, we played some good quarterbacks. Go look at our last 8 games when we went 5-3. Love is the best quarterback we faced in the last 8 weeks.
Wow, that says a lot.
I'm telling y'all, don't play with that boy. Do not play with that boy. I think y'all got a bad matchup. I really do. They had 2 receivers out last week. Them boys and went out. They got some dude number 13, Hick or Wick. He like 6'4". He killing it now. Then they got Reed, he from Naperville, Chicago. Bears fan came back and kicked our butt. Reed, number 11. Okay. We ain't even got to Dotson and what's the other little boy name?
Man, I don't even watch Green Bay football.
I'm just telling you. So they got last week they had 2 receivers. They got 4 receivers.
They have 4 receivers.
They got 4 receivers.
Yes, they do.
So good luck with that. So you can't just double one. So I'm just telling you, Cowboys got to stop the run. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to stop the run, but I am picking y'all.
Cowboys should win, but I'm pulling for the Packers.
And on that note, we're going to toast this one because, Billy, we might have some Cowboy fans here next week, man. I know they probably.
Oh, man.
Yeah, buddy. Well, we're going to get on out of here. Y'all got our predictions, man. I got the Cowboys.
I got the Packers.
I got Tampa Bay. I mean, I got Philly now because my man is hurt, and you got Phillies. That's the only one we agree on. It's crazy. That's the only one we agree on. Mm-hmm. And then the other one, Detroit, I'm going with the hometown. That's right. Midwest boy in the building.
And I got the Rams.
You got the Rams, man.
Yes, sir.
BTB, tell the people what we need when we get on out of here, man.
Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Send it out to your family members and friends, those who you like, those who you don't like. Send it out to all the threads you own.
Yeah.
And just, get the word out. Tell the Truth Podcast. We appreciate everything that you have done and continue to do. Thank you.
Yeah, we really do, man. A lot of people watch the show and they give us feedback, man. And it's actually been more positive than I thought it would be. But we just try to give y'all some entertainment, little comedy, while we always also give you guys some different nuggets, the way to different look at the games, man.
Absolutely.
We about to get up out of here. My boy, BTB, tell the truth. I'm your host. This is my host, co-host, BTB, Bowtie Bill. I'm your host, Shot-Town Neal. Man, we see y'all next episode, man. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Peace.